Your air fryer is sitting on your counter right now, promising you guilt-free fries. And somewhere in the back of your mind, you're wondering if that's actually true, or if you just paid $80 to feel better about eating the same thing. So let's find out. Welcome back to Mindful Eating, where we turn everyday food into everyday healing. So, round 1, nutrition retention. Here's what nobody tells you about frying, either kind. The moment food hits high heat, it starts losing nutrients. And the real question is, which method loses less? Deep frying submerges food in oil that's usually sitting between 350 and 375 degrees Fahrenheit. And that oil does two things at once. It cooks the food fast, which can actually preserve some heat-sensitive vitamins better than slow cooking would. But it also means the food is absorbing oil the entire time it's submerged. Air frying works differently. It's essentially a small convection oven, circulating hot air around the food at similar temperatures, usually 350 to 400 degrees. Because there's no oil bath, there's far less oil absorption, and the food tends to hold on to more of its water-soluble vitamins, like vitamin C and the B vitamins, since those degrade faster with prolonged oil exposure and longer cook times. Round 1 goes to air frying. Less oil exposure means less nutrient degradation, plain and simple. Round 2, blood sugar impact. This one surprises people because the assumption is always that frying equals frying. But the oil content actually plays a bigger role in blood sugar response than most people realize. Deep-fried foods carry a heavier fat load, and while fat itself doesn't spike blood sugar, it does slow down digestion enough to blunt the initial glucose spike, which sounds like a win until you realize what's actually happening. That fat delays the sugar hitting your bloodstream, but it doesn't reduce the total glucose load. It just spreads it out, and often leads to a longer, more sustained insulin response afterward. Air-fried foods, with significantly less fat coating the surface, digest more predictably. The glucose from the carbs still enters your bloodstream, but without that heavy fat delay muddying the insulin response, your body tends to process it more efficiently and return to baseline faster. Neither method is spiking your blood sugar dramatically if we're talking about the same base food. But air frying edges out here because it doesn't create that prolonged insulin demand that deep frying's fat load tends to trigger. Round 2 goes to air frying. Round 3, inflammation. This is where deep frying really loses ground, and it comes down to one thing: reused oil. When oil is heated repeatedly to high temperatures, which happens constantly in deep frying, whether at home or especially in restaurants, it breaks down and forms compounds called advanced lipid oxidation products. These compounds have been linked in research to increased oxidative stress and inflammatory markers in the body. It's not the frying itself that's the biggest problem. It's what happens to oil that's been heated, cooled, and reheated multiple times, which is standard practice almost everywhere deep frying happens. Air frying sidesteps most of this because there's little to no oil being reused in bulk. Whatever oil you use, often just a light spray, isn't sitting there degrading over multiple cook cycles the way a deep fryer's oil does. Less oil breakdown means fewer of those inflammatory byproducts ending up on your plate. Round 3 goes to air frying. Round 4, satiety. This is the round where deep frying finally gets a point, and it's worth explaining why. Fat is one of the slowest digesting macronutrients, and deep-fried foods' higher fat content means it sits in your stomach longer, triggering fullness signals that last longer after the meal. That heavier, greasier feeling people associate with deep-fried food isn't just texture. It's your digestive system genuinely working harder and signaling satiety for a longer stretch. Air-fried food, being lower in fat, digests faster, which means that fullness signal doesn't last as long. You might find yourself reaching for a snack sooner after an air-fried meal than you would after a deep-fried one, purely because the fat isn't there to slow things down. This round goes to deep frying. It's the one place where the thing that makes deep frying worse in every other category actually works in its favor. Final verdict. Air frying takes the win. It holds on to more nutrients, it's easier on your blood sugar, and it skips most of the inflammatory baggage that comes with reused frying oil. Deep frying's only real advantage is keeping you fuller longer. And that's a fat content trade-off, not a nutrition win. That said, this isn't really about banning deep-fried food forever. It's about knowing what you're actually trading when you choose one over the other. So if you do go for the deep-fried version occasionally, at least you know exactly what you're taking on. Which one's winning in your kitchen right now? Let me know in the comments, and I'll see you in the next food fight. Subscribe to our channel, Mindful Eating, for more interesting videos.